What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Blue, and today's video is a trade recap of the trades that I took on the micro e-mini futures for Monday and Tuesday. On the second video, I've traded platforms, so it's gonna look a little different this time. I'm switching over to Tradovate, and I'm gonna fund that account, and I might go live in the next couple of weeks if my setup keeps working. So if you like the content, hit that subscribe and the like button and leave a comment. If you got any questions about Tradovate that I can answer, I'll make sure I do that. Let's get into this video.
Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true, but the world is pretty cold. You might.
So it is Monday, August the 31st. I didn't do my analysis or show it anyways, but all the gaps done closed already. So there was no gap fill lines for me to put in for the SPY. So I didn't even have to do that. I did put some support right here, but the market has been just on an uptrend or just ripping the last couple of days. So it was nothing for me to really mark in. So on the MES, I got the two supports that I was looking at. No gap fills, like I said, to put in up here. So today I took two trades. As you can see, made 60 bucks, 4 contracts, and I ended up taking my trades off the 2-minute chart. And let me see, where did I put in the? So this was the first candle, this doji. So once the market dumped down, I ended up grabbing 2 contracts at 3,500 because that's going to be a mental support anyways, 3,500. And I rolled it up to 3,503. So I saw that the market was going sideways a lot. It wouldn't break this range right here between this high and this low. Well, this high and this low. So I waited for it to get up here to 35.05. I had an order sitting up here in this candle, and once it ended up coming back down, I took it off, and those were the 2 trades that I ended up taking. I was thinking that it was going to go up to 35.09, so I had an order sitting up at 35.09, but it never made it there. And luckily, by the time I ended up stopped looking at the chart, it was after 11. So I try not to trade too much after 11. The market ended up dumping down for whatever reason, but it ended up recovering. But I did take like a paper trade on this after this candle right here, this big red candle. I put in an order and I wanted to add down at 35.04, and I would have added again at 35.01 because I normally would take 3 entries and it would have been profitable, but I didn't take it. That's hindsight. So that's all the trading I did today. I did a lot of mind trading because I was setting up for a new charts that I'm going to start using. So after today, I won't be using these charts. I'll be having them over to the side to look at the SPY and everything. But I'm going to trade off of Tradovate. I'm going to use daytrader to paper trade off of, and this is a paper trading too. So I'll start using this tomorrow, but I'm going to be funding this account so that maybe in a few weeks, if I have green days like I've been having lately, I might start early, but I've had green days since last Wednesday, and if it continues, then I'm gonna end up going live before I wanted to. But if you're starting to do well, then you gotta take advantage of it while the market's in your favor. But that's all the trades I took for Monday, and we'll be back at this tomorrow. So it's Tuesday, September the 1st, and I took 3 trades, but for some reason I ended up in a trade that I don't know how. Some kind of accident. I must have hit something on my keyboard. But let me go over my trades for today on the micros. Now, I told you all that I was going to switch brokers and start trading on a different platform. And that's this broker. Let me take these grid lines off. But on my first trade, this was the opening candle. And as it dumped out, I grabbed 2 contracts. Then I added to it down here. And then I added 2 more down here. and took them all off of here and made about 60 bucks, I believe it was. Maybe a little bit more, but so once we got up here, once this started breaking out, I got in two contracts. Then I added up here, but I accidentally ended up adding a second time, which is I didn't like, but it ended up pulling back, and I just got out right here when I wanted to get out a little lower than that, but it was actually down here somewhere, 35.05. I wanted to get out, but ended up with profit, so I'm all right. It still ended up pulling to where I wanted it to. But my third trade, well, this trade right here, this blue candle and or this blue arrow and this orange or red or whatever this is arrow that's up here was the trade that I ended up in by accident, and I don't even know how I ended up getting in a trade. I was trying to set up for this, but it ended up making a little bit of money. I think it was like 20 bucks or something, so not nothing big. So then I took my final trade. I try to stay around 3 trades. I don't want to over trade or nothing like that, and add to my trades as they go in the direction that I want them to and at markers that I want them to. So I entered right here. I think this was what? Yeah, 35.13, and got out at 35.10 right here. And that was my last trade, and the total I made was 137.50. Here's all my logs that I took for the day. Like I said, this is paper trading right now. I have to fund the account, and I probably paper trade for about 2 more weeks with this setup. If it's working out the way that I want it to, then I'm just gonna go ahead and go live. But anyways, those are the trades that I took for today. If you could drop a like and subscribe to the channel, it'll be much appreciated. Any comments, leave them down there and I will get back to you later.